And this is the first time we're going to see this victim. It doesn't look that good, but.
You guys remember when that actress Anne Heche drove her Mini Cooper speeding through LA until she crashed into a home and her car was engulfed in flames?
What are you pushing into the skin?
Well, you push in whatever the facialist would like to insert into your pores.
But what is it?
It is an extraction from a piece of skin that came from a young person far, far away. And they somehow figured out how to extract.
It's foreskin from a Korean.
Wait, did Ellen just get exposed for being behind in Heche's death? Girl, you'd better sit up for this one, because it's about to get messy. For the longest time, Ellen has been getting dragged and accused of being involved in Heche's death. But there was never really a clear way to prove those allegations, until Harrison Ford allegedly stepped in and dropped receipts about what happened to her friend. What's even more disturbing is that all of this is coming out right around the same time Ellen is being dragged online for something even more bizarre. If you've been on the internet these past couple of days, you've probably seen Ellen DeGeneres trending, with people making wild claims about her being Hollywood's most prolific eater. According to these viral posts, she has supposedly been munching on people for years as part of some dark ritual to stay youthful and powerful in the industry. Multiple posts about this went mega viral within just a few hours of the story hitting the internet, and, as expected, people had a lot to say. Some even speculated that this might be why Ellen quietly relocated to the countryside in the UK. According to those rumors, she allegedly knew she was about to be exposed and feared she might get arrested if the truth came out. Others on social media linked these claims to the so-called Epstein files, saying that Hollywood insiders are staying silent about the situation. Some people believe that Ellen left the United States because she knew damaging information about her was about to surface. However, it's important to note that many of these claims remain unverified online speculation, and there has been no confirmed evidence supporting them. Still, the internet continues to buzz with theories, and the controversy surrounding Ellen shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
A rotten heart of it for years, according to Epstein Files investigators. Ellen DeGeneres, the daytime TV queen who smiled into America's living rooms while allegedly orchestrating horrors in the shadows. They called it conspiracy, they called it rumor. But nightmares like this don't disappear.
Oh, but it gets even worse from here. Some people have even gone as far as connecting Ellen to the tragic death of her ex-girlfriend, Anne Heche, and died in a car crash around the time she had allegedly begun speaking out about Ellen. And get this, before her death, she had also starred in a movie that some people claim exposed secret networks in Hollywood. Now, for a bit of context about Anne, she was a popular actress in the 1990s. But after her relationship with Ellen became public, many believe her career took a serious hit. It was during that period that she became close to Harrison Ford. Back then, public attitudes were far more hostile toward LGBTQ relationships. So when Anne and Ellen came out as a couple, they faced intense backlash from both the public and parts of the entertainment industry. In April 1997, Anne and Ellen made headlines when they appeared together at the premiere of the movie Volcano, openly presenting themselves as a couple. The tabloids went wild. They were heavily criticized, and rumors quickly spread that Anne might lose major roles and multi-million-dollar deals. At that time, Anne had just landed a big role in the upcoming romantic comedy 6 Days, 7 Nights alongside Harrison Ford. But news of her relationship nearly cost her the part. Studios reportedly debated replacing her before filming even began. According to Anne, the film's director, Ivan Reitman, even called her into Harrison Ford's trailer during lunch early in the shoot to discuss the situation and suggested she keep her relationship private, similar to how Jodie Foster had handled her personal life at the time. However, Harrison Ford reportedly stood up for her. In an interview Anne gave before her death, she said that Ford personally called her after the backlash and reassured her that he supported her and still wanted to make the film together. She described him as a hero for standing by her despite the pressure. In that interview, she recalled him saying something along the lines of, "He didn't care about who she was dating, He just wanted to make the best romantic comedy possible and would see her on set. Because of this history, some people now speculate that Harrison Ford may have been someone entrusted when it came to her personal safety. According to online rumors, he may have helped support her during difficult times. Shortly before her death, Anne had also been doing interviews and speaking more openly about her past relationship with Ellen. In a 2021 episode of her podcast Better Together with Anne, she said that she was actually the one who ended the relationship. She explained that their priorities were very different, and said she wanted love and personal growth, while she believed Ellen was more focused on wealth and success. During that same podcast discussion, Anne also spoke about feeling silenced and marginalized at different points in her career after speaking her truth. She claimed that once she began talking openly about certain experiences, there were attempts to discredit her and push her out of the industry. However, it's important to note that many of the claims and theories circulating online about Ellen and Heche's death and alleged conspiracies remain unproven speculation. While the story continues to spark intense discussion online, there has been no verified evidence confirming these accusations.
Truth that I spoke, I was hit more, buried more, or despised more, and then had calculated visions and circulations of systems that spun me up and out of the system that would in any way challenge the fact that she was not telling her own truth but another's. Why do you think she tried to put me in an institution, folks? I called my mother. Guess what? 2 people who wanted more than anything to have my truth buried. It was not my timing. I did not and could not ask God for what that would be. All I could do was stay on my truth, do what I was doing, and study this thing called love that we tried to bury. And now I am up and out of the ground. And unfortunately, those 2 women could not shut me down.
And guess what? Just a few months after she publicly called out Ellen and spoke about their past, Anne Heche was involved in a tragic car crash that ultimately took her life. The accident left her with severe secondary burns across much of her body. Reports say she was trapped inside the burning vehicle for about 30 minutes before first responders arrived at the scene. Sadly, she later passed away. According to the official autopsy report, her death was caused by smoke inhalation, thermal burns, and a broken sternum. At first, many people speculated that she might have been under the influence at the time of the crash. However, the autopsy findings clarified the situation. While a metabolite related to past cocaine use was found in her system, experts explained that it indicated prior use and not consumption at the time of the accident. Anne's life had already been filled with personal struggles long before her relationship with Ellen. Some people believe that she had hoped the relationship would bring stability and happiness into her life. Instead, critics claim that the aftermath of their very public relationship and breakup brought even more challenges. Online speculation has continued to swirl, with some rumors suggesting that people close to Harrison Ford believe and deserves justice and that more truths could eventually come out. There have also been claims circulating online that he might be willing to cooperate with authorities if any investigation were ever pursued. However, it's important to emphasize that many of these claims remain unverified internet speculation. There is no confirmed evidence linking Ellen DeGeneres to Anne Heche's death, and the crash has officially been treated as a tragic accident. Still, the story continues to fuel debate and discussion across social media.
You guys remember when that actress Anne Heche drove her Mini Cooper speeding through LA until she crashed into a home and her car was engulfed in flames? Not only did she have a tragic ending, she had a really tragic life. Her father, Don, was the type of Baptist minister who also slept with men. She actually claims he was schizophrenic and lived a double life. He also harmed her in multiple different ways. I can't even get into detail, but let's just say that there was a risk of him passing STDs to his own daughter. So she's already living in hell there, and her mother is far from supportive. Her father ended up passing away due to his STDs, but Anne had no idea what was coming next because her brother Nathan died in a car accident when he was 18. Anne believes that he did this to himself unaliving. Moving on to her acting career in the early 2000s, she came out as gay while dating Ellen DeGeneres, which ultimately ended her career, and her mother didn't want anything to do with her, saying that this lifestyle was a sin. After 3.5 years, they called it quits, and she ended up marrying a man, and it seems like she was living a relatively normal life until August 5th, 2022, when she was speeding through and crashed her car into a house. It was engulfed in flames, and for 65 minutes, firefighters had to fight to rescue her.
As usual, people online had plenty of opinions. One person even claimed that Anne had been unalived, suggesting that intelligence agencies somehow controlled the car and caused the crash, which they said explained why she was reportedly speeding at around 80 miles per hour. Others reacted emotionally to the photos and videos from the accident, saying they were disturbing and heartbreaking to see. Another commenter went even further, expressing outrage and making extreme accusations about powerful people supposedly living freely despite serious wrongdoing. As with many viral stories on the internet, the comments quickly became filled with intense speculation, conspiracy theories, and strong reactions from viewers. Now the big question being debated online is this: what do people really think about the accusations against Ellen? Some posts even claim that she was involved in bizarre rituals or responsible for Anne's death. However, it's important to remember that these claims have not been proven and remain internet rumors rather than verified facts. Anne Heche's death was officially ruled the result of injuries from the crash and smoke inhalation, and there has been no confirmed evidence linking Ellen DeGeneres to the incident. Still, the controversy continues to circulate online, with many people sharing their theories and opinions. So what do you think about all these accusations and the viral claims surrounding Ellen and Anne? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.